Getting along with other people can be even though they might lie, cheat, and it looks like they're just trying to make. This world is tougher, but guess what? Shows us how to deal with people all. Meeting different types of people is a big part of life. Try Marcus Aurelius, who is very calm. We are also reminded by philosopher King himself. Be kind to people and wait for them. He thought that engaging with other people, getting to know them and working with them is the reason we're here. So what's the plan for how to keep the tough? Some of our flaws make us act badly. This week, we're going to look at plan for Stoicism to not only deal with the people around us, but to really thrive one of them, from handling tricky things to do to keep cool. When other people are making you mad, these stout, time-tested methods got you. That's right. It's not about avoiding the chaos, but knowing how to get around through it with grace and strength. We're talking about real-world applications, ways to deal with, as well as their quirks, but to get the most out of how you deal with other people. It's interesting to note that people who practice Stoicism are often happier, and these ancient people lived happier lives. Philosophy isn't just about how to deal with. It's about finding joy in hard times, being happy in the face of life's. There will be ups and downs if you aim to an honor to be a part of this exclusive circle. Keeping your mind on these lessons is important for this trip. Working together isn't just about fixing problems. It has to do with changing your whole way of living and unlocking on a higher level of happiness, is now ready to deal with problems in a calm way that makes you not care about what other people think. Imagine you're one, not interested in what other people think, set up on a stage in the bright lights beating fast as hundreds of all eyes are on you, and you're about to give a statement that you've put a lot of thought into. Putting your heart into a word you trust deeply. But there's a voice worried in your head about the message you want to send, but how it will accept it. Will they like it? Will they, I admire you? This is the stage of our everyday lives where we often find ourselves doing the wanting. The applause and support from a crowd may never meet this urge, takes us into a quiet battle, a tug of war. We can choose between being ourselves and play to the crowd to get nods of. There is a conflict with Marcus Aurelius's acceptance. Touched on hundreds of years ago, telling us that was after Posthumus's fame or the getting other people's approval is a separate goal. From our lives and the places we love ourselves more than other people, but we care more about what they think than what we think. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his own words. Thoughts that this sentence emphasizes the irony of our search for outside. Getting approval over inner peace and being happy on this new path isn't. It's more like flipping a switch. To grow a yard, you need to take care of it. Have faith in yourself and your worth. And sometimes weed out the bad each. Every day, you'll have times that test you. But every test has a choice question. Ask yourself, am I living for others or am I getting grounded is what life means to me? Yourself in what you think and what you stand for too, and be honest every morning. As two. Tell the truth. The sun shines in through your window. A new day is on the way, and it's a warning that you need to meet all sorts of people, even the tricky ones, people who change words and people who, taking pleasure in other people's pain, going through a mirror-filled loop, having all kinds of personalities, but. So, here's the deal. These meetings they're not there to bring you down. They're your chance to shine and be sure of your honor is like a lighthouse in the middle of a wild sea, being honest with yourself. And others are your shield. It's about avoiding the lies that are aimed at you. Not letting those arrows change who you are now. You might wonder why bother. Being good, when there are a lot of bad things going on, is thank you very much for your honest and simple words. When it shines, it cuts through the fog of lies like a warm, guiding light. Think about what that light would do. How it could help someone who is lost in the to get around in the dark. Yes, it's hard. When being honest seems like a rare gem, but remember that gems are worth what they... If you choose to be honest, your peace isn't the only thing you're putting up a measure to show that. And being honest do play a part in this world. Let's make being honest one of our plans. Not because they are simple, but we build because it's right. A life that's not just about getting through every day, but about thriving with meaning. Every an honest moment is a step toward a better world, where we can look each other in the eye and look at who we are and who we can be together. Let's build it. Together of that world, one honest word at a time. 3. Don't let things bother you. 3. Don't let small things bother you. Let's say you're having a bad day. You got coffee on your favorite shirt. I missed a very important call, or someone just said something that hurt a bit too. It's simple to let these times get to feel like someone is after you or not happy. But here's a tip from the tough guy. Playbook. Don't get mad at yourself. It's clear that everyone has their own problems. Strife, and yes, their days off when someone gets angry or messes up. It's often more about them than it is about being able to remember. This can be a think of a time when you changed the game. Were you angry or made a mistake? Plan to hurt someone, but probably not more. Most likely, you were too busy, worried, or just not able to think straight. We've all. Being human means admitting that you've been there. We open the door with our own flaws to kindness instead of giving in anger or rage when others fail. We can decide to understand that this doesn't bridges, just ease the stress it causes. The next time you're getting something end of an insult or a friend's mistake, stop, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, have I ever been where they are? Are you having this change of mind? Doesn't just mean giving other people a break. It's about making your own peace of mind stronger. Keep in mind that it helps you stay calm, and the most important link to those around you using this tough approach isn't about ignoring how you feel, but the choice of a growth path. And I understand, and that's how you become more valued by more than just other people, but by yourself. 4. Before. Do not rush. Being patient doesn't just mean waiting. It's an art and a quiet force that think about what makes us stand out every day. We're thrown into this storm of chaos where everyone is moving quickly, get around curves, or just try to get ahead, most of the time, without thinking about when bad things happen, it's easy to get caught up. That to lose our cool, to forget who we are and what we stand for. But this is where patience really shines through. We're not just choosing to be patient, we're responding. We're taking charge, we're taking note, knowing, and then acting in a way that fits with who we are values. It's like keeping a calm eye on the storm where everything else is just. The question now is wild and uncertain. Why does this matter in a world that values the quick fix and the quick response? Being patient makes you stand out like on a foggy night. The lighthouse is easy to see. Show how strong and honest you are, and most of all, you're having faith that good things happen. It takes time to make change. This isn't about letting other people walk all over you. You should know your way from it. Your worth and having the strength inside to keep going even when other things come up is moving quickly. It's about give people and events the time they need to show what colors they really are, which in turn you can make DEC choices that are right not only now, but also for the tomorrow too. How do we begin? When you're in a hurry next time, or when someone cuts you off in the road, or a friend takes too long to get to the now, take a deep breath and tell yourself that now is your chance to practice patience, to be that strong person in a world that is always trying to push. Keep in mind that it's in these buttons. The little things we do every day that make up the building blocks of a character that isn't not only respected, but also valued. Patience is your quiet, your secret weapon. Strength that says a lot about who you are, and the amazing difference you can change the world around you. Let's accept it, master it, and let's show the world how strong you are by just being kindly and strong. 5. Be and 5. Show what to do. Take the case of walking as an example. Down the street being careful business when all of a sudden you see someone aid an old person with their food without talking about it. A strong word at the heart of deed over words is what Stoicism is all about. Being that person who acts that make other people feel something. It's not about screaming what you believe it's about living them so. It's clear that other people can't help, but take note and be motivated to follow suit. Imagine a wave going through what you do can motivate those around you to just being kind and smart can spread them. A true example of the good traits you believe in these days with the world is full of distractions. What you did is more important than ever. It's simple to get lost in all the noise. Follow the crowd, but think about what will happen. Of choosing to shine a positive light and strength by following the rules of Stoicism. You're not just getting better, you are paving the way in your own life. For other people, every choice to stay calm in the face of trouble, to show being kind, when other people might not worth not only to your life, but also to the people around you. So what's the first step? 1. Make the little decisions. Pick to hear more than you talk. Thank people for even the little things. And to deal with problems in a heart steady and calm. Remember, being silent isn't about being perfect. It's about every step you take is a step toward being true to your ideals, is a step toward becoming a more important part of your circle with others to inspire them to reach. Also, by being their best selves, you will be happier in a bigger way, not from praise from other people, but from seeing the good changes. You've 6 tunes that lit up the world around you. 6. Turn off the haters. Check out the haters. Let's get right to it, something that's close to home for many of us, the noise, the bad vibes, and people who hate, you know what I mean. About those sounds that are loud at times. Sometimes a whisper tells you that you're not good enough, you can't do this, won't make it. But here's something from still as strong today as it was then, the Stoics. It was a long time ago, so shut them up. Imagine wearing a shield that you can't see, letting all that bad stuff bounce off. Why? Because what really counts is you make your own decisions and do what you want, like going for a walk with earbuds in. Pay attention. While listening to your favorite song and the chaos around you doesn't bother you. It's like Cicero's joke about K living as if he were in Republic of Plato instead of in the ashes of Romulus. K didn't let the crimes happen, and the despair of his time forces him to. Instead, he thought about what was right. Ignoring the outside, when things get rough, think about it. Nothing seems to be going right around you. When hope seems like a long time ago. Now is the time to anchor yourself in. The right thing to do is not to ignore the world's troubles or not letting them happen aren't real. It's about recognizing. What you can control is your honesty in what you do and how you react to trouble. Marcus Aurelius got it right when he only asked that you do the right thing. The rest doesn't matter. This isn't about them, no matter what. It's about being dedicated to being the best version of yourself, no matter what, with a storm howling around you, we must put these Stoic plans into action. Don't forget this important step to tune, bring out the haters. Not with pride or lack of knowledge, but with a deep being aware of how much your worth isn't defined by the chaos outside or what other people think. It's depending on what you do, your decisions, and what you promise to do. This is what's right, even when it's hard. How to be a calm in to value the 21st century more. Not for the cheers or the yes, but for the kind of person you are and the things you do that talk louder than words ever could. Let's keep going. Getting rid of the haters and focused on what's important. 7. Be full of love. 7. Love a lot. Have you ever thought about how some people just, when they walk in, they seem to light up a room? It's like they carry this vibe with them. Power that's tough to. Don't worry about that. That's what love is. It's not about having to wait for someone to see you and give you that yes. That's what it's about, being that someone who sees other people and spreads happiness just by being themselves. Just think, what would happen if we all did that? They chose to be sources of kindness and help, the kind of effect that would have Marcus Aurelius be a Stoic thinker, once stressed how important it was to do. It's easy, but so good to feel good, strong by spreading love, by truly caring about other people. You make as a ripple effect, you turn into that person. Not because everyone wants to be around, you want attention, but because you're giving your something very important. Love your time, your understanding. Let's face it, life isn't always like this. Sunshine and rainbows, we have problems to solve, we get hit, and sometimes it to close off feels better than to open up. But this is where the magic of Stoicism really helps us learn. Having the strength to get back up after a setback with even more kindness and love. It's like Seneca said, everyone we meet is a chance to get better at show kindness. So when you're down, it looks like everyone is against you. That's a chance to lean in and be even more. Being kind with your love isn't about ignoring how you feel, and instead, them into good acts that make people feel better. Not just you, but also those around you. Plan being full of love isn't just about making other people feel important. It's also about making your own life better. It has to do with making links, about being a part of something greater than when you send love out into the. It always seems to come back to you in the world. Often when you don't expect it, but need it the most. So learn from the playbook, chose to be a lighthouse of. You will be amazed at the love and kindness, how much more important you'll feel by other people, and most importantly, take the trip. It's worth it. The way to a happier, more satisfied life. That's okay, you don't have to. You can begin that journey right now. When we talk about love, why not spread the love? Click like and share this with someone who needs a kind word. Thought for the day. Let's keep the circle of lots of love and thanks going 8 stops. 8. Don't compare yourself to other people. When you compare yours to others, you're looking through your phone, going from one page to the next, seeing glimpses of lives that seem just right. This is where we need to hit pause. Theodore Roosevelt once said, "It's easy to lose joy when you compare things. Right when you look at your behind the adding scenes to someone else's highlight reel. You're going to fall. It feels like a race, but you are not looking ahead. You are going sideways. Not only slows you down, you could trip over your own feet. Remember, the only person you should try to be better than the person you were, with Marcus Aurelius's, as a guide. Let's dig a little deeper. He asks us to think about the folly. Why do you want someone else's life? Without knowing how hard it is for them, it's simple to want what the CEO has. Success, forgetting the things they gave up, turned the writing around to get there. And think about this. If you were to suddenly change who you are and lose everything, you might start to feel envious of the way you see life has changed now. Is a strong tool, but it's not about having the best of everything, but making the best of all. you have Epicurus, as that was brought up by Seneca, brings it home with, "This thought, enough, will never be enough for the person who has had enough." A little happiness isn't about giving up. When you pay less, you can enjoy what you have more, already yours in a world that always. This Stoic makes us want more. By this idea tells us to value the present moment. Now take a quick look around, and you'll find value inside, not outside, not by comparison, but by thankfulness and self. Be thankful as you go through life. Use this as a guide. Value yourself not by how you compare to other people, but by how you take care of and grow your own unique path. 9. Love and care for your family and friends. 9. Love the people you care about. Have you ever put off calling someone or tell someone I'll do it in a message tomorrow, only to find out that tomorrow for some people it never comes? That's hard. A lot of us learn this lesson the hard way. Stoicism is a way of thinking that goes back to hills. But just as important as your most recent, a simple social media post, teaches us principles of memento mori. Remember that you will remember that people will die. But it's about our own deaths. Being aware that everyone we care about also has a short amount of time left. Imagine if we lived like it was our last day every day. Chance to tell someone we love them, how much you value, or forgive them. Our ties would be deeper if pause and think about the last time you talked to someone close to your heart. Did you say goodbye on good terms, or were? There were mean words left in the air. Stoicism pushes us in a strong but gentle way. Don't go to bed mad because life is so great brief. 1 minute you're making plans for a one weekend, you're looking forward to a catch-up. You had one more chance to say what was important, but this isn't about life. It's about life with purpose, not fear. To love your family and friends means making most of them are now quick to forgive. I love you very much and never miss a chance to tell you how much they care so you don't get lost in the let's take a break from the chaos of our daily lives and take a moment to consider who brings color to our lives, show them that we value them. Tomorrow, but today, even if it's just if you need to call or hug someone, text them. Remember to make it count in the grand weave of life these times of. It's the connections that really count, so let's not wait for a harsh reflection of our dying to start enjoying the ones who is the most important right now. That also make us want to love and live more fully with each breath we take. Do not forget this, putting an end to our trip through Stoic smarts, especially when it comes to getting through the rough waters of human relationships. Do not forget where your strength lies in how you think and what you do. If thoughts for today from Marcus Aurelius and the area of Stoicism have given you new ways to deal with people, so why not mark this moment as a hit? Click that like button to show you're the improvements you promised to make, and if you know someone going through the same thing. Having trouble sharing this could be the give them the push they need. Let's make our lever message saying, I learned today I'm getting stronger every day because of your dedication to growing as a person and figuring out how to relate to grace. And Stoic calm is an easy phrase, but its goal is strong. Here's to growth, getting to know and fixing. Problems with a little more knowledge and a lot less. Thanks for watching and see you next time soon with other Stoics.